Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 24, and today it's going to be of the Atlanta Falcons, a team that I almost chose as my Madden 24 franchise team, but looking over the team before, actually choosing which one I wanted, I kind of felt like they were too good of a team, especially on offense. But man, the way they've played this year, you would definitely not mistaken that for real life. Of course, Bijan Robinson is looking like a superstar in the making, even though they don't seemingly want to use him that much. Obviously, early on, it was an even more of a problem where it just seems like they're like, why aren't you giving him the ball? Give him the ball. Of course, they do like Algier, and he's a pretty good back, but Bijan should be used more than he has been, especially since they took him so high. And Kyle Pitts, still such a freak in game because everyone's expecting one of these times, like, okay, he's going to become the GOAT. No one's looking back. He's going to become, a top 5 tight end in the league, and there's going to be no looking back, and it just hasn't happened yet. Of course, the ratings are insane. He's basically going to be, 99 overall by the end of this rebuild. Whether he will be in real life or not, we don't know. Mac Hollins, great hair. That's all I'm going to say. Great hair. Drake London, not really the, red zone threat that you would hope he would be, but he's a pretty good wide receiver one, and he looks good and should develop for us, so I'm excited about that. Desmond Ridder in the quarterback position. Heineke, there's some at best average, more or less below average quarterbacks sitting here. Heineke is like a poor man's Jimmy Garoppolo, which is saying something. So he's got some legs, obviously he can run, but as far as winning games goes, O-line, serviceable. Lindstrom's obviously really good. I don't know why he lost Superstar. They're very critical of him for some reason. They've let some guys keep their devs for ages. I don't even know if I would say you lose X Factor for your Pitts, because he is just a dynamic freak, but he's had a long leash, whereas Lindstrom, it's you're bad one week, that's it, star dev. And they had him at star for ages too. And then McGarry, I just think they don't care about the Falcons, right? Because McGarry should probably be star at this rate. Right? Elite last year, pretty good this year. And then Jake Matthews, always been super dependable for this team. And, as much as he might not be truly elite, they're going to miss him whenever he's gone, right? He has been here for an eternity. What, a decade now? They don't even have anything going on. Thank you. Thank you, EA. I appreciate it. I have no idea how the youngsters played at left guard, but it's not a bad offensive line. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. Defense, one thing that needs to be said, first thing and foremost, this Falcons team needs to continue stealing players from the Saints, as Onyemata and Caden Ellis, pretty good additions in the offseason. Jesse Bates, obviously we have ourselves a super elite free safety and cornerback, so we're set there. Strong safety, Richie Grant needs to be replaced. Okuda probably needs to be replaced. Pass rush edge. This team has had struggles finding pass rushers for, other than Grady Jarrett technically, for how long? That 1 or maybe 2 seasons of Vic Beasley, perhaps. Landman, maybe real life, but in game, probably look to replace him as well. I don't know if I want to stick with the 4-3, 3-4, because we'll see. We got a lot of aging pieces here, even Grady Jarrett, like we were just talking about. Another kind of Jake Matthews, if you will, but a little bit better. He's had some truly elite seasons in his past. Still very good, but, not the crazy elite seasons he had early on in his career, but still a decent piece. How old is he? 29? 30. Oof, he really needs superstar, bad. And obviously, it seems like he's been injured this year. Season-ending injury. When the hell is October for the league? I'm probably going to have to bench him. Oh, so damn, he should already be out. Well, that sucks. He's probably not going to get to Superstar then. Well, that does blow. Calais Campbell, a guy that they should have just, grandfathered him in as a superstar. I've always loved Calais Campbell since his Cardinals days, and I always used to call him Cialis Campbell. I don't know if that was, my own inside joke, because the way he sounds and how big he is, probably a tripod, let's be honest with you. And then that's pretty much it. So we know what we kind of need to replace. Quarterback might be the thing we replace early. There should be a couple of quarterback options, but O-line needs some help. Wide receiver 2 for sure, but there's a lot on offense that's already done for us. Cornerback 2, maybe the whole linebacking group. D-line, maybe the whole group outside of maybe Grady Jarrett, a safety. So it's far from the hardest team we've ever had to replace, but rebuild, but Quarterback, we'll see. That's always the big question mark. Will we get someone that we can develop? And it is also weird because normally we're kind of like rooting to lose and we're rooting for, a rookie quarterback when, they're not the most developable. But I've had Desmond Ridder develop before. But the problem is in real life, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So, for realism purposes, I'm kind of hoping we lose and I have to replace Ridder. And yeah, like we were talking about those wide receiver 2 and 3 spots, it has not been good. Okuda, we have let him go, or we've signed him in free agency a few times, and usually it doesn't work. I'm debating on what I want to do here, because I know in real life it's not really, it's looking like it could be the end for him as a starter. Franks, wasn't he the quarterback? They're just desperate out here. Didn't they put, what the hell, Levine Toilolo at tackle once? They are the ultimate, franchise cheesers. What a bunch of cheesers. We have a little bit of money, right? And no matter what our quarterback situation is like, we're going to definitely have a cheaper one on the roster, so we can kind of spend on these quote-unquote projects or backup players if we have to. And then Landman, man, I don't know. I need a dev up or something, buddy. And maybe Okuda is cornerback too. Star dev, 10k XP. We love to see it. And what I'd also love to see is maybe you leaving a like, maybe subscribing to the channel. A ton of franchise stuff. We always do. Also, Clark Phillips, I thought I heard something that he was playing pretty well or something. If I'm not mistaken correctly. I don't know what that means. But how old is he? 21? If Okuda's the guy, maybe we have our trio. But also what we might have is a playoff spot. And no, we don't. We lose to the Saints. Did this? Oh, no, we actually stole their spot in general on the positioning, even with the loss. Seattle at 9-8, Rams at 9-8, Buccaneers at 9-8. I don't know. I think pretty much all the teams in the hunt right now need those teams to lose in front of them, which 9-8, maybe we would have had a tiebreaker. I don't know. We might have actually had the playoff spot if we didn't lose to the Saints. So Saints kind of playing spoiler there at the end. But once again, because we likely need a new quarterback, I don't know if I hate that. Because we lose 5, 8 plus positions if we win that game and make the playoffs. Ridder, he's 10 for 10, I believe, touchdowns to pick ratio in real life right now. It's not been a pretty look at quarterback. Bijan's crazy good. Drake London, probably not going to be a dev up, but still good. Pitts, not bad at all. Hollins, better than he's going to have in real life. Same with the rest of this group. Offensive line, sack totals are really low, which is, that's actually some of the best I've ever seen. It was him. Lindstrom might actually go back to superstar right away, though, as he didn't give up a single sack, which is hard to do. Ellis could go up in dev. The pass rush was terrible. I did try to offer a contract to Landman, and a 2-year 7.5 wasn't enough, which to me, that's already paying him too much. Real life doesn't equivalent to the game. He's about to be 25 normal, I believe. I don't know if I can pay him. We'll see, though. MVP for Josh Allen. Any award wins, please. O-line of the year, at least, at the minimum. No, Shoddy was number 3, though. The lowest overall out of the people that didn't allow a sack. That's literally how they decide it, which is kind of disgusting. But at the same time, we've tried to think of some ways in our, online franchise, which, of course, I'm the Bears in. We have a series for that as well. And we really haven't thought of anything ourselves. It's really tough because everything's so subjective, right? Sack totals aren't really a good indicator because maybe the team runs the ball a lot or throws the ball away last second, and it's just tough. It's tough to kind of decide. You would need more advanced stats in the game, which we don't even have pressures yet for pass rushers, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. But let's take a look at the winner of the Super Bowl, which is the Eagles DevUps. If any of them happen, it would be on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think we'd have one on offense, and it does not appear that we do, kind of as expected, obviously. And kind of as expected, defense is the same. Calais Campbell retires, which really makes me sad, and no dev-ups at all, which makes me sad as well. Grady Jarrett obviously will be a starter again at right end, but it might be past his prime as well. We definitely need to rebuild the trenches on defense, especially when you consider linebackers as run defenders, if you will. So, basically the whole front seven could use an overhaul. 40 mil, we got pretty much everyone we needed to, but we do have an option, 5th-year option for one. Probably not going to take it, rather just re-sign him long-term, to re-sign Landman. Or did Landman actually accept? Okay, maybe he did accept the 2-year 7.5 then. I kind of forgot, but Everyone else backups, and not even that great of ones, to be fair. And very old. Really annoying that very old is my age range now. Oh my god. Of course, let's take a look at free agents. 40 mil. Once again, we have money because we don't have to pay a quarterback. Pittman. That would be an interesting duo. Him and Drake London. I have not really seen, this kind of good wide receiver group in free agency. And wide receiver is a tough position to draft and develop unless you take one in this user class. We're using Bengals class again. Check it out, perhaps. And I don't know if we're going to be able to afford any of these guys. Who do I want, though? Gabe Davis is a little bit more dynamic. He's able to stretch the field a little bit more, whereas Pittman is basically the exact same thing as Drake London. I think Gabe Davis is definitely way higher on my radar, especially since he is younger with the same overall. I just don't know if we have... I mean, we probably do have the money to, but do we want to? This is at least a 3-year 60, but it might be more. Please don't be. Yes. Okay, so we are the highest, but I want to get that bar to full green if I can. Might win it like that, but we would almost guarantee to win it with a full green bar. Please tell me that's full green. Because I'm willing to pay 22 per. It's the open market for a Gabe Davis. That's a number one kind of with these ratings and this ceiling he has. I mean, I'm willing to pay a 3-year 72. It's a lot of money. But for one, it's only a 3-year, so when he needs a re-signing, if he's superstar, we can probably get it cheaper. And two, there's no other way we're going to guarantee him, right? There's just no way. I'm actually shocked that there's no team paying more than that. So a 3-year 72, which is definitely up there, but not even the number one wide receiver still, I think, is just how you have to do business in free agency. And Gabe Davis has been good, but not great. So we definitely can make that argument that he potentially could be a free agent. So I like all aspects of this thing, and if we get the deal done, that'd be great. If we don't, I would be shocked, and EA, once again, needs to relinquish all rights, but that's for future us to worry about. Leonard Williams, man. I like him, but do we even see ourselves as winners right now? I don't know. And two, it is costly, but a 1-year 11.5, I think we could do. Screw it, we're going to spend a whole lot of money on 2 players here. Why not? Give us Gabe at least. Thank you. 3-year, $72 million deal. I'm still willing to keep this, but I imagine it's not going to go our way. And yeah, he doesn't. I mean, we were the team that signed, offered him the highest money the whole way, and nobody else did right away. So it's like we showed the most interest in him out the gate, and yet he still sided with the others. That's harmful. But we save a little bit of money, and I could have went with someone like Geno Stone instead, but I'm happy. I'm happy with what we got. Madden 24 now, Texas now, FC now, Fortnite now, FC now, Texas now, 24 now. We have pick 14, the Bears with pick 1 overall yet again. Of course, we do sim the proper games that need to be simulated, and we are sitting at 14, like we said. There are a few quarterbacks, I would imagine. I believe I did a rebuild recently where Jaden Daniels is there at pick 30. Drake May, no way. Okay, that's just stupid. My guess would be McCarthy or Beck would be more fair for us to take, late first, early second. So that's probably the route I go, but I am kind of looking at edge rush, believe it or not. And let's actually see who's there, because there might be more names than I expected. It doesn't actually seem to be. That's cornerback. We don't need cornerback that much right now. There's some good cornerbacks, I will say, but at the same time... Oh, Braswell's still there. He is 1 of 2, which makes sense, but... Very athletic. Don't actually know the finesse, but A to C, B to D for power move. I'm just assuming he's decent. I kind of look at what I can, and what I can look at is the fact that he is fast, and I imagine, an edge rusher. So it's debatable what I want to do here. I kind of feel like I want to trade down, get some extra value. Normally we've been taking players, but now I might actually trade down for once. What about safety? Didn't expect a safety this high, but let's trade down to late first and hope that McCarthy or Beck is there. I think Beck is probably the better of the two, but we'll just take whoever's remaining. Pick 20 now. That's too high. I just want to get to the late first this round, or this draft, and then turn the Niners, turn it into something like that. What about that pick? 42 is a lot higher. A third next really doesn't do much for us. The Eagles, I think... I don't know what it is, but the Eagles, they just trade well. They just trade well in sim. Was that really fair for us? I don't know, but it's the best we're going to get from an AI, so that's what I'm going to take. And obviously at this point now I have to slow it down. The Vikings with a corner, they need that desperately. But I'm going to slow this thing down and make sure there's at least a quarterback there. And both are there, so I think Carson Beck with all of those A's is going to be my quarterback. Please be hidden. And he is hidden. Wow, he is kind of freaky. Hidden development trait, 92 throw power with all of those A's. I mean, so far everything I see is what I expected to get, so that is a dub. I'm going to make sure there's no one else here before I move down. Another wide receiver wouldn't be bad, but we don't really need that anymore. Nubin? He's 23. Damn, he actually looks really good. If not, I would have probably taken him because we need strong safety kind of badly, and more importantly, that is a position I really just struggle to draft. So that is an option, but I think edge is the biggest need for us, if there even is one. I went straight to DT because that's a huge need for us as well. I think Ellis or Cooper at pick 10 is going to be our choice. I might even take both if I have a chance. So let's move over to that pick, which I think we might have like near back-to-back picks, right? Pick 10 and 14. Let's see who's there at 10. Benson. Okay, that's fair enough. Whatever. I'm going to take... Did I just skip on accident? Am I a dumb? I meant to click the freaking draft board. Everything, I'm just like... I'm so quick with it. All right, well, hopefully that DT was good because I just astronomically sold. Like, that is an astronomical sell. Oh, my Lord. Why do I do what I do? Ellis and Cooper are still there. I don't know who's better. I think we've taken Ellis before, and we'd have another Ellis on this roster. A finesse versus what is Cooper? Don't even actually know if Cooper is a pass rusher, actually. He's very fast. Poor change of direction, though. Yeah, I don't know if he's a pass rusher. Yeah, I don't know what he is. I'm going to take Ellis, I think. Jonah Ellis is going to be my choice. And he's normal dev. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of remembered him being hidden. Why do I do this to myself? I can't believe I took a DT. Like, there's so many 3 to 4s and even day 3 DTs. I need so many other things. Everything else I need a lot more. Like, free safety, I might have to just go with Williams or Hicks day 3 because we don't really have the draft capital anymore. I could really use another edge rusher. J-Links, is that his name? Pretty cool if that is. Jalen, J-Links, whatever. B finesse, not great, but an option. I mean, we pretty much need to completely replace our edge. Like, it's just not good. And Trevin Wallace, I've already done a couple of rebuilds using him, and he's good, but I think it's time for a new name. I think I'm going to go to my next pick because we have so many options. And, yeah, that's about it. Also, I completely forgot to scout O-line, by the way. Whoops. My bad. Of course, Trevin Wallace is still there, dude. Why? Why do they make this so hard on me? Like, why do we do this? What about Barron to play safety, maybe? Decently fast, could. I don't think I've ever taken Barron. I need an edge rusher still. I mean, I could almost arguably take 2. What about Linton? Do I know much about him? I just know... Well, I actually don't even know if he's an edge rusher, but 6'5", I just assume he is. I would still be on that assumption side. I might just go with J-Link's Hunt. Looks pretty good to me. Decently fast. I'm going to take Hunt. Normal dev. Another normal dever, which sucks, but what can you do? At this point, I think I'm just going to accept that I've sold on O-line. I just completely forgot to scout it. If there's someone here, maybe. Like, I know Jackson Powers Johnson. He's normal as well, speaking of. Potentially a DT. Linebacker Colston's still there. We really need a linebacker. I can't remember who's fast and who's not. Let's take a quick look at the linemen as well. Not really seeing much there. Mahogany looks pretty good, actually. Can I put him on my... I can't do that. Van Pran. Frazier looks pretty good. BB looks okay. And what about Zion Nelson? Some pretty raw-looking ratings here. He's strong, but meh. Both the remaining linebackers look kind of slow. I know the 40 time looks good, but usually that's a misleading thing. I kind of want to go Barron for the safety. I'm going to go Colston. I'm going to go Junior Colston. Please be hidden. At least the quarterback was hidden. At least he was hidden. Let's go to 14 and maybe take a safety-type player. We also have 15. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Dwayne Carter's there. We also have other DTs, though. Cornerback, safety. So, I mean, I'd probably be taking Williams or Hicks. Hicks looks a little bit better, though, I got to say. Jaden Hicks, 22. Solid with Excel being decent. I can't remember how fast is the linebacker because he had kind of stuff like that. I'm going to go Williams because he's taller. 89 speed, 89 Excel. Normal dev, but he is 21. So that's another big factor. Pick 30 as well. DT might be there at 30, but I don't think O-line would be. So if there is someone here, I might just take them. Nelson's still here. Frazier's still here. The guard is gone. So it would be down to Frazier, who is a center build. BB, who is a bigger dude. And then a tackle build, which I don't really need a tackle yet, but he's also raw. I mean, the center looks the best. Zach Frazier. 28 reps. I'm going to take Zach Frazier. Oops. Another normal, though. Pain. Pain. Let's move on to 30. Lots of normal dev players. Maybe I should have looked by age, actually, because maybe BB was younger. I don't know. DT. Oh, wow. We are down. We are down bad. Stackhouse is our only DT left, so that is going to be the guy I take. Nazir's Stackhouse. Please be hidden. Normal dev, of course. Looks like more of a true nose tackle with that 320-pound frame, so maybe he plays DT, and we move on Yamada over. And actually, I don't know, because we took that DT I wasn't expecting to early. Well, that kind of sucks. Didn't really think about him. I completely forgot about him. Any other, like, safety types? We have Smith Wade. We also have Justin Jacobs. A-zone coverage. Is he coverage? He's fast as hell. A-man, A-zone. I'm going to go for him. Normal dev. I mean, maybe he's good, maybe he's not. We got 2 coverage linebackers, though, and we've got options now. I think we have Landman, but did we let Ellis go, or does he not need a contract? He's 29 either way, so whatever it may be, he's probably going to be gone. Last draft pick, unless we decide to trade up, and there are some options. What about Smith Wade? I think he was another one of those slower types. Yeah, good 40 time, but the marginal on the left side tells me he's not going to be that fast. And I'm going to cheese a little bit. I know that Earl is star dev, so that's who I'm taking. Sue me. Please don't, though. We'll have a legit slot receiver. So we landed 2 hidden devs. One of them, like, a really low overall on the quarterback, Beck, who I don't know about. We haven't really drafted much in this draft, and we definitely have not drafted quarterback much. But I think we have our franchise quarterback at least. 74 overall, not bad. Hunt was terrible. Please tell me Williams was hidden. Oh, no, dude. Okay, he's good, though. His finesse is good. So, Williams will play. Stackhouse, he may. I don't know. But we drafted a lot of stuff, and the overalls are very raw. Maybe I should have taken one of those first rounds next year. Low dev total, but at the same time, like hidden plus dev, you know what I mean? At the same time, I did kind of feel like going into this Madden that the devs were just a bit too frequent. Too many hidden devs, so you know, as much as I'm used to the more hidden devs, and it's fun to have all those like super hidden, high developable players, these players are a bit more realistic with those devs. And Ritter, not really looking great. I don't know if there's even a team with a quarterback situation bad enough to start him, as I see like 2 right out the gate. We get a 3rd round pick off the Jets for Desmond Ritter. I could probably trade for him get more for him in game, but in real life, I don't even know if you get that 3rd with the way he's played. Also, I didn't actually look at Beck, but holy crap, those ratings are insane. Wow, he is quite good. He's kind of insane. What's the dev? Star, okay. And of course, I look it up, and he's returning to college. Nice. Well, I don't really care. It is what it is. And this is what I mean, though. Like, I re-signed Landman because he is good in real life, but Colson and Jacob should start faster. Awareness, who cares about those kind of ratings? But block shed, you know, Colson's the same as Ellis. 6 lower for Jacobs, but like 8 higher for freaking zone coverage. Like 13 higher for man. I mean, just the hardest ratings to get up. I mean, realistically, we should just start Colston and Jacobs and hope they just go off and have dev up seasons. Like, it just feels like a waste to not start them. So technically, year 1, brand new quarterback who shouldn't even be in the league, let alone on our team. that's what's going to happen every once in a while with these real classes. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. Just enter different late first-round quarterback name here. Wide receiver 1 is not actually Gabe Davis. I'm going to be moving Drake London there. Is Drake London's wide receiver team. All right, so, Gabe is just here to learn from him. That's not really how it works, but receiving options are great. Running back is great. Quarterback, hopefully great. Need a new center, maybe a new left guard, probably a new right tackle, and very soon a left tackle. So really we're down to like just one full-blown long-term starter. And then eventually, this is a question mark. I don't know who is going to come out of this as a stud, if any. Might need to replace the front 7 as a whole again. But one thing is for sure, free safety and cornerback 1 are pretty good. Williams hoping for a dev up. 21 years old, 74 zone. He has all the potential in the world, especially as a 6'4" dude. Richie Grant, he's not even much better already. So there's no point in starting him. He'll be a good backup though. And let's get on to, technically, the first season. Hey, Ellis, star dev, 20k XP. It's worth it that he was normal, because that XP is not normal. 78 overall. Got to get that speed rusher up, because I do not want the game accidentally upgrading him to be some sort of block shedding coverage type dude. Although he gets coverage there anyway, so not bad, actually. And, wow, 5 to awareness. I mean, that might help him out a lot, though, because... like we said, is it overall? Is it not? I mean, once again, that experiment video might need to come out. Keep going slot. Slot is busted. I mean, you just don't want to get off slot. Roll out the red carpet, baby, because Tyleek Williams has arrived. Star Dev, 10k XP. The boys are cooking. Do I want to go with Power Rusher? Wait, Power Rusher? What? He's a Speed Rusher. All right, can we get Speed Rusher? As long as it's not Power. Run Stopper, Finesse. I, once again, do need to change the races. Speed Rusher. I changed the quarterback, and I think I changed one other player, but I'm going to make them all look at least somewhat close to their real-life selves, so it's a little more immersive. That glitch is just so stupid from EA's point, but Bijan with a power back, because they're going to go with upgrading Elusive anyways, so... I'll do my part to try and balance them out. All right, re-signings. We've got some names. Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell, 2 must-keep cornerstone pieces of each side of the needle, are on the board here. And we have Drake London coming up as well. So I don't know where a lot of our money is. I know Jake Matthews for years has been paid very well by the Falcons, so it could be him as well. But I imagine we can make this work, so I'm going to be giving out basically max deals here. 7-year 130. And a 7-year, I don't even know what the other one was, but we have those guys maxed for, I mean, longer than we'll even be here for this rebuild. Let's just keep it at that. And we're in the playoffs at 9-8. A bit of a kind of bad season. We were like 5-7 at one point and ended up picking it up. I ended up having to change the defensive scheme right around, might have been the Saints loss, and I don't know if that actually played a big factor or not, but didn't change the offense. The Falcons are a pretty decent offense in Sim. Not the most OP, but good enough to definitely use all the way through, so we'll see what happens. But Beck, touchdowns are a little low, but interceptions are pretty decent for a rookie. About 4,000 yards. Could get Rookie of the Year. We'll see who drafted who and what conference they're in, but decent enough. Bijan, really good yards. Touchdowns are low, but if the yards are enough, then that could be a dev up. Gabe Davis and Drake London, both over 1,000, which is nice. Earl, not bad. And then Pitts with that Falcons scheme. It's not great, but it's not average, so... I mean, I guess it is kind of average nowadays. You know, tight ends are starting to get yards left and right, but it's fair enough. O-line without the changes, still played worse somehow. Edge rush, not the best, but Williams on the inside and Grady Jarrett on the inside, not bad. Might be nice to see a dev up for either of them, maybe both if we're lucky. Interceptions, 3. I don't know if it's enough for Phillips, but maybe a dev up there. Younghoe Koo, really good. Bradley Pinion, not bad at all. 52.3 yards per punt. We always have Marquise Goodwin on all of our rebuilds because he has mentor and he's a good kick returner. Jalen Hurts wins MVP. It's been a lot of like Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, sometimes Josh Allen. It's a nice change of pace because it used to just be nothing but Mahomes, so it's definitely interesting. Do not get Rookie of the Year, not even close. Number 5. Wow, we were way down there. Number 3 and 4 and 8 for Defense Rookie of the Year. Not going to win that. Best QB at number 9, so at least in the top 10. I suppose. Best running back at 5. Best wide receiver at not on the list because of the touchdowns being bad. Frazier and Lindstrom at 7 and 9, even though Frazier doesn't really count. Grady Jarrett at 9. I would have thought maybe higher than that, so maybe no dev up after all. Linebacker not on the list, and then DB not on the list. So, yeah, Younghoe was one off. But, I mean, didn't really do much, it seems, for potential dev ups, but making the playoffs is not bad. 7 points. We hold in the 3. Offense just really has to do its part now, as the defense is actually doing really well here. 14-3 to start this one out. Really big drive for them in the second half. We're still up by 10, though. One more touchdown would do it, and we will win this game by a score of 28-21. That was actually pretty good, pretty impressive. Seahawks are okay in sim. You don't really see them win the Super Bowl much, but they usually do win a game or two. Carson Beck, 2 interceptions, but 3 touchdowns going against Daniels. Oh, yeah, who's the better rookie of the year now? Even though Daniels played better, so him. Rushing, pretty tame stuff. We had a touchdown at least. Earl, 77 yards, fair enough. Defensively, Grady Jarrett and Williams, they're kind of a dynamic duo, but for how long, right? Devin Bush and Jamal Adams with interceptions. Our kicker, their kicker, both perfect, but only one can move on, and it was surprisingly us. All right, who is it? The Cowboys? The Eagles. Okay, I mean, maybe not anybody, but the bird fighting must continue. The cops are on their way. Everyone get their bets in. 7 all. This bodes well for us, right? This is an Eagles team that you would think would be able to roll us. But yet, here we are. Nice field goal drive. A touchdown would have been better. But the stop is going to have us with an insane upset win of, what was that, 24 points to 7? The MVP of the league was locked down. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Beck was outstanding. And there was really no help from the run game on our side. Gabe Davis did well. Drake London, the dynamic duo now, cooking up some touchdowns. Williams and Jarrett, Grady Jarrett, once again, I mean, together forever. Ellis with a sack, interception for Terrell. They missed a field goal on top of it. Okay. If we can beat Philadelphia, we might have a chance at this thing. Cowboys are a little bit of a different beast, different breed in Madden, but just please not be the Cowboys. Just don't. Championship Brown, don't be the Cowboys. The Vikings. Okay. This is, who did they beat? This is winnable. Is this technically year 1? Wildcard round. We obviously beat them. Where the hell are the Vikings? They beat the Giants. That's an interesting team name by 18. The Buccaneers by 7. Where are the Cowboys? Did they not even make the playoffs? What is even happening? The other side, a little bit more, expected. I've seen the Bills and the Jaguars do things, obviously, especially the Bills. But okay, there is a legitimate chance that we could win the Super Bowl. That would be pretty insane. 19-10. We have not been in this kind of a trailing situation so far in the playoffs. Field goals are keeping us in it, but that touchdown could be it, as we are down in 10 now. Not going to gain anything there. They're going to potentially look at a field goal as an option here. I think because of how long it is. Oh, they are going to go for it. I was about to say, because of how long it is, I think I go for this. All right. I mean, I kind of forced that, and Drake London didn't run through the play. I can kind of see why the yards are bad. I should have ran it, but they had that locked up. They are a very good pass defense, apparently. Although it doesn't look like it would have mattered, as they strive down for the touchdown anyways, pretty much. It actually doesn't matter at all, because the field goal has had, maybe even argue that they win the game if we didn't fail there, because they would have went for the touchdown if it was a little bit closer, and they might have gotten it. JoJo Earl? Don't know why every time they wear number 22. It's like they have enough bugs, and then it's just like also the number gets bugged too. Well, a really good season ended by the Vikings of all teams. There's just no way the Vikings end the 4-game Super Bowl streak, right? Surely not. A.J. Dillon, the starting running back there. Bijan, he did well, but we suck anyways. We're just not good. Their offense makes sense to beat us, but that defense being that good in coverage is crazy. There's no one that I'm like, oh yeah, we're for sure getting this dev up. No questions asked, but hopefully we do. Let's see. Jaguars versus the Vikings, definitely new. Without a doubt, that is a new matchup. Money is, we need some of that as well. We need some new money. Did the Vikings do it? I mean, we lost to the Super Bowl champions. It's just how it is. It's not our fault. Let's take a look at the dev ups, if any. And unfortunately, on offense, not going to be any defense, please. I think Hunt, right? If I'm not mistaken, Hunt. Sadly, not Williams. Sadly, neither of the middle linebackers, but I believe Hunt went up. He did. All right, got to change some more player models, but not a bad season, especially when it was supposed to be one of, like, learning and gelling. But yet, we still made the playoffs, won a couple of games, and were the super underdogs of the playoffs, but just couldn't quite cut it. Let's see if the draft / offseason in general can put us over the edge a little bit more. You know, we had a lot of low overall starting, yet still we're in the conversation. Drake London, I think that's a guy you wait to re-sign as well. We need a new center, but that's fine. Dahlman's not bad, but his ratings are a little iffy. So I'd rather just draft someone new and, you know, start working on that young offensive line. First round might be... I can't go linebacker. I think it's, you know, we're actually in a good spot to probably trade down because all the positions we need usually aren't very highly drafted. Za'Darius is interesting because he would be immediate starting talent, but I think you restrain, and you just keep drafting through the, developing through the draft. All right, we have pick 29. Not quite the worst pick in the draft, but very close to it. I've said it for how many years now? The worst pick in the draft is pick 30. You did not make the Super Bowl, and you have the worst pick of, well, teams that didn't make the Super Bowl, simply put. If you at least make the Super Bowl, it's fun. You got to the Super Bowl. You had a chance. You were 50-50, basically. Ooh, who's this guy? This is like a generational running back. I can't really tell. He looks all right, but yeah, you had a chance. If you didn't, you had one better position than a team that got 2 weeks of just being the sole focus or part of the sole focus of the league. So that's my opinion, at least. Looking at what we're going to draft here, I don't know. I think safety is a potential need. Our strong safety is a 6'4" guy with potential. But do I go with potential or do I go with maybe proven? I'm not sure. But Brian Jackson's almost taken off the list because what the hell just happened? He's obviously 1 year older. That's usually a good decider. And then Tuck, also 22, similar in speed, maybe a little faster. I think I'm actually going to be taking a first-round safety because all I need is safety, linebacker, maybe another linebacker, and some O-line. I'm going to be taking a safety in the first round, Kevin Ellis, and he is hidden, which is good. I mean, all three might be hidden because they look pretty decent. You don't usually see a whole lot of B-plus zone coverage safeties. But fair enough. Okay, that's good. We do not have as many draft picks I would have thought, though, do we? No, we have 2/3. Okay, I don't know if we're going to get everything we want, but we got a safety, right? Let's see if we have any players maybe we can trade as well. Wide receiver Kilroy. This guy looks really good, but I just don't need the position. Damn, son. He's actually not bad. Medium route's a little iffy, but what do we take here? Linebacker's up there, but O-line is also up there. I really like Sammy Lucas. I really like Darby, actually. Do I just take Darby here? Baker looks pretty good, too. I mean, we got a lot of 3 to 4s. Wait, where the hell is my O-line? I thought I put down my O-line. There was a left tackle named, like, Holcomb or something. Left guard named, like, Abraham. Are they all gone? Yeah, okay, I do remember this center. Okay, yeah, like, half my players are gone. Sweet. My guy Dawkins is gone. Higgins is there, though, 3 to 4. Sweet. I don't know where my linemen went. Maybe I forgot to put like 1 or 2 on, but all the other guys are legitimately gone. Because the only ones I really remember, I think, are Jones and Higgins. Like, that's it. Jones and Higgins, and the O-line's gone. I might have just forgot to take them down, and they were all just gone. I think I honestly have no choice but to take Daniel Jones, the quarterback, and then trade up for the guard, Higgins. All right, hopefully Daniel Jones is the guy. And he's hidden. Nice. We will take that. I don't know where everyone is. They are all missing. Let's move on to the first pick. Okay, that's fine. Darby gone too, but that's fine. Let's move on to the first pick here in the 3rd round. Maybe trade up a couple of times, maybe with the Cardinals and the Panthers. We traded off Caleb McGarry and a 4th round pick to move up to the 3rd round, so about 450-ish spots. Higgins is going to be another guy, Jaden Higgins. Maybe I sold with that trade. Another hidden, though. Also 87 strength. I believe that's what Daniel Jones was. Had to take a left tackle off them because the AI manages their money worse than me IRL. Ebikidi with Landman and a 3rd round pick for, a move up of like 20-some spots, 30 spots maybe. Not even, like 15 spots. But I don't really feel like those players are that great. They're also on like literally expiring contracts, so I felt like it was a fair trade. With this pick, we are likely going to be taking Baker, right? Ooh, Edwards actually may be better. I might take both. 22 years old, fast, please. Not again. I mean, if they're as long as they're not like 68 overall, probably will start just for that chance at the dev up. And because anyone could be hidden, I'm probably just gonna sim until we're down to like 1 left. Takes 2 7s to get there, which isn't great, but it's something. And this ain't like real life where you can grab any great talent anywhere, even UDFA. This is Madden, where it's really unlikely to get someone past like the 4th round. But Jalen Teague is our guy. Hidden dev, decent speed. Obviously, he starts, and then possibly the rookie. I got to take a look because Colston and the other guy might be like 21 as rookies. And our remaining player is a speedy wide receiver that could be superstar. Looking the part, and not. Okay, I'm a little surprised. Very fast, though. He's probably the number 4 and the number 1 kick returner, though. Double B fullback, John Bullard, who looks like he's in his 50s. All right, let's take a look at these overalls. Not bad. 75, 71, 75, 73, 75. A couple of 75s in here, which is not even that common for us. I took some random quarterback. He was terrible. Start off with Ellis, though. Kevin Ellis, hidden development trait. 79 zone. That's great. Definitely a starter. Kind of wanted to use Williams, but I seen that we didn't really have that many needs. Please be superstar. Star. Got to compare him to the other safeties because we had our pick, and it would suck if we chose wrong. But Daniel Jones, the center, not the quarterback, semi-balanced. Take a look at his dev while we're here. Don't even know what positions like we need. I know we don't need a right guard. Technically don't need a tackle right now, so probably going to move Higgins to, is it left guard we need? I think Bergeron we done. I know we need a right tackle, so I guess at 6'4", 308, this man's playing right tackle with the great pass blocking ratings as well. Dev, damn, I was hoping 1 superstar, but hey, maybe the middle linebacker. First, let's take a look at Edwards, who I think might start. 22 years old, but very fast and has some pretty good ratings, I suppose. That coverage is super lackluster, though. Jalen Teague, the hidden dev, maybe superstar, maybe X Factor, or likely star dev linebacker. I will say, the game, especially with linebackers, seems, maybe it's just coincidence, that the slower they are, the better chance they have a higher dev. Because the game knows, it's like, okay, if they're fast, they could be normal, they're going to get developed. And I'm just saying. But yeah, it seems like that for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence, but I swear, the slower they are, the better it is for you. Nick Hughes, though, once again, I thought he was going to be superstar. He's not bad, but yeah, not superstar. That's really all there is to it. Let's look at those safeties. There's the linebackers, but at the same time, that's a little bit tough. 2 pass rushers, I would imagine, at least. How high do those safeties go? Because to be fair, sometimes these safeties, they don't really go high, even though it says 1 to 2, and that seems to be the case here. Jackson was definitely one of them. I don't know if Brewer was one. Normal. All right, so we avoided the normal dev, and then I don't know if Brewer was one of them either. He is. Nah, it's definitely not. He's 23. There's no way. No shot. Where's the other guy? Tuck, that was definitely one of them. 74 overall. Both normal. Okay, so very good zone in fairness and good hit power, but for right now, I'll take the star dev, obviously. But let's take a look at the 3rd round. I don't care about the linebackers. There was probably, another hidden in there, but we got a superstar linebacker. Even if one of them's normal, it's still a win. We got 1 really good linebacker. So technically, Season 2, the offensive line looks a little different, but in theory, Jake Matthews is a bit older, but in theory, we don't have to change the line outside of tackle for maybe some time, if we're lucky. And then looking at the wide receivers, Gabe Davis is a higher overall. He's just going to start now. Hopefully we can get some dev ups, because these guys, they're not old, but they're getting older, right? And it'd be nice to get higher overalls because of higher dev, so then when it does come time to regress, they can take a little bit more of a beating. As far as looking at the defense goes, definitely a lot of young names still. Need to still fix the D-line. I think that's probably what we do this next offseason. Still paying attention to outside linebacker is Hunt. He did get to star dev, but 23 years old and not the best, but usable. And I promise you this will be the season that I fix anybody that's not supposed to be white, not supposed to be black, not supposed to be whatever. And I don't know if it's anyone else's, but this has been completely glitched for me, by the way, so I can't really see what I'm looking at. So I can't really go with a face that looks really close to them because I can't even see any faces. All right, we losing games out here. I don't know if the offense is the reason, the defense is the reason, but maybe a scheme change is needed. But obviously there's some contracts. Drake London gets a 6, maybe 7-year. Algier, if he's still playing well, might get the backup contract. Grady Jarrett, that's not bad money, and I really don't want to replace 2 DTs this upcoming season or 2 interior rushers. So those are really the main contracts. Bijan gets a long-term contract, so that 5th year just kind of means nothing. In real life, it kind of means more than anything, but yeah, let's do these contracts, which are pretty favorable for us, to be honest. All right, we're struggling hard, and we finished the season 6-11. Didn't change the playbooks from last season. Pittsburgh defense with the Falcons offense. Gotta see the reason why we lost, because we shouldn't be this bad right now. We should be a team that's like, 7, 8, maybe 9 wins minimum, as we are. What are we, an 86 overall? We're not really missing a lot. We have a couple of okay, lower overall offensive linemen, but we're a team that should be better than this. Beck, he's not the best yet, but he's an 83 overall now with, almost 90s in all of the accuracies. Looking at rushing, Bijan was amazing. That hopefully is X factor, unless he already is, but I don't think he is. Receivers, just not getting the numbers. Might once again be the scheme, though. Gabe could get to superstar, but likely won't. Blocking was actually pretty good. Defensively, any sack totals? Hunt with 8.5. Maybe superstar for Lucky. The rest, though, pretty iffy. Interceptions were bad, and I didn't realize how many people we have named Ellis on the team. 5 missed kicks out of 13 from Young Hui, with 2 of them being blocked. That is really bad, though. Kick return, punt return game, nothing to show for as usual. Don't think we would have had any awards, but maybe one of the, linebackers had enough tackles to win Rookie of the Year, and there it is. Edwards. Is that the normal dev guy? I don't even know, but hey, we got a dev up. That's all that matters. O-line is not ours. I freaking seen the Buccaneers, and I thought it was us. They looked like us. It was red. I don't know why. I thought it was the same team. Oh, well. Super Bowl, wasted season, though. Season 2 was just dumb bad. And it's Niners versus Chiefs. Super fun, new matchup we've never seen before. With the winner being the Chiefs. Hoping for a dev up somewhere, but I don't know outside of Bijan if we'll get it. Bijan didn't even go up. How? Defensively, what do we got? Teague is a superstar, which we already knew, and then Edwards is star. That's not bad, but everyone else just didn't go up in dev, which really hurts. Grady Jarrett, I think it's too late for him anyways, so, we got him for another year, so we don't have to replace him, but we should maybe want to. Ellis is a decent overall, but hasn't really performed. And then Hunt is a, good finesse guy, but his overall is low. But 8.5 sacks is 8.5 sacks. So the guy with the lower ratings, technically, might be the guy with the better career when it's all said and done. So we'll see. But obviously, DT, maybe 2 DTs. Another offensive lineman, because Jake Matthews might even be released or just straight up retire within the year. And there's not really much more we can do. I haven't really paid attention to corner, though. Like, Okuda was like, we got star dev. Everything's fine. But I can't imagine he's a higher than 83 overall. Yeah, 83 overall, right on the nose. 27, not bad by any means, but we could do better there. So, as always, best available pick. But certain positions like cornerback, O-line, DT, we're going to be paying attention a little bit more. Maybe edge. We're going to have a pretty good draft pick here, so it's got to be one of those tough positions to get, in my opinion, but I don't know if we really have one of those of need outside of edge, which I don't even know if I would say that's a big enough need. Bijan, we obviously wait on, and we just give him a 7-year deal next season, and everyone else is pretty much a backup. But we have a lot of money. Our quarterback is still a decent bit away from needing a contract. That's the only thing that does... Wait, did we grab him in the first round? We did, didn't we? I don't know if I even want to do a 5th round. I almost never do with quarterbacks, but it gives us the option, I suppose. Jalen Ramsey. I have to. I have no choice. He is super interested in joining us. He is looking for a Super Bowl. I don't know if he would actually come here, but at 1 year, 25, money is hard to deny. The Rams want him back. I'm kind of willing to do the whole 30 mil. Like, a cornerback 2 of his caliber, or cornerback 1, whatever you want to play him at, would be pretty crazy. Like, it would be massive. Travis Kelce's in free agency, but That's all I can say. Robert Hunt being a 84 overall is definitely not something I expected. He's good. Yo, hold up. Why is he so good? I might actually have to take a look at Bergeron to see if he's even decent, because if he's not, maybe I'll go Robert Hunt, because I'm going to have to pay either of them anyways. Okay, Romeo Dobbs finally over normal dev for once. Okay, we have options. Jameson Williams, but don't need a wide receiver. There is not much more we can do. We offered max for Ramsey. We offered 11 mil for Williams. Please. Oh, it's a big one. It took a long time. Yes, I am shocked that we actually got him. Jalen Ramsey, the 96 overall, with Leonard Williams, the 80 overall. Wow, we have a good group of corners now. All right, we have the 7th pick in the draft, and I don't know if there's any proven edge rushers. Some decent-looking ones, obviously, but there is a very good-looking corner. 2 of them, to be fair, in Proctor and Jones. Sounds like a freaking law firm. But A catching, A man, A to C press, B zone with ridiculous speed. I can't, especially with that play rec and the awareness, say for sure that he's a generational, but he should be like 78 plus overall. Same with Jones, who, even though we don't need corner right now, I think with the 1 to 2 grade, if we get him at like 20 or so, I think it'd be worth trading up for him. All the trades kind of suck, but I'm just going to take it from Seattle because I want as much value as I can get. They're really bad. I really deserved a first next year, even getting down to 20s. They get Bass out of it as well. This pick is likely Jones. I at first wanted edge, but if there is edge there, I might have to take it. There should be no one, actually. Okay, never mind. That was what I wanted at first, but the value just wasn't there. And Jones looks like a really good corner. So Johnny Jones, who is normal, sadly, but should still be like 77, 78 overall. Maybe we can trade Okuda off, because he's actually not a bad player by any means. It's just, he's just getting the short end of the stick here. I don't know what Okuda would be worth, like a third maybe, like a high third. So that's probably what we do. Stewart's there. I didn't get to fully scout him, but we could use D-line. There's a bit more options now at O-line, but D-line, I would want Stewart and maybe, well, not even maybe, the other guy I want for sure. I'm going to take Stewart here, I think, who is hidden. I was hoping for that. I was thinking maybe not the best pass rusher, but probably star dev. Okuda getting replaced for literally no reason, but I suppose we're saving money anyways, so that's the trade. And this pick might be another DT, because like I said, we need multiple, just maybe not this exact season, but if the value's there, just like with that cornerback, I think you take it. But with the sheer quantity of them, I am going to take Whitehead, even though it's a little early to be taking DTs since we're not using them this season. And I regret it. That kind of sucks. Pick 7. We should have another third. Nope, we don't. No third round. We did get a second next year, so we could trade a third next year, or even a second next year if we had to get more picks this season. Trying to think of who's the best. Russo looks the most guaranteed, but day 3, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take Russo here. I think Russo's the most guaranteed besides Decker. And he's hidden dev. Fair enough. Kind of want to trade up again here. Washington. Let's go to Washington. I feel like I really got swindled here, but a third next, a fifth is Frazier and Zach Harrison for the Commanders. Pretty damn high third round pick here. I mean, like, just draft pick alone, they might get a pure swap. But even then, maybe they lose 22 spots, 24 if we win the whole damn Super Bowl. But, I mean, with all that extra stuff, Frazier, who's a young, decent center that just never got a chance to start, they definitely won on that trade, in my opinion. Let's go to Ray Chambers now and take him. Another hidden, especially 21. I love that. Draft is looking very good for us. Even that corner who's normal, I expect him to be a pretty high overall. If he wasn't, I'd be shocked. I don't think he's going to be as good as Proctor, but he's a decent lawyer, damn it. And honestly, as much as these linebackers are very tempting, we just don't need linebacker. Yes, I might lose the center, but we got 2 hidden linemen. So the center's there. I'm taking him. If he's not, I'm not really that mad about it. It is what it is. But if anyone extra is there, he's the only one. Blair Decker. Okay, I was about to say, if there's any extras, and he's hidden as well, I think we're set on O-line. I would have taken them, maybe a linebacker or something, but that's basically our draft. Next pick is in the 6th round anyway, so I guess it works out. And we still have better draft picks next year than we were going to. as we still have that second-round draft pick from the Seattle Seahawks, I believe it was. Dean Cofield, I'm going to take him. I don't know if he's good, 23, but a first-round talent in the 6th round, I mean, I'm just going to have one of those stories where it's like, how did he fall? Who cares that he was smoking with minors? I don't know. It's always something, but Fields, he's like a pass rusher guy, right? I mean, I'm willing to just take any one of this, right? Boom, why not? 81 speed, a little bit better speed than I thought in Excel. Just grabbing depth at this point. Kind of need special teamers. I don't know if there's going to be any good ones in the 7th here, but I'm going to look for some, and if there are ones worthy, I'm going to take them. If not, I'm going to trade the pick, and then we'll be into the recap. Good kick power, Sloan, 92 kick power, okay accuracy. Don't even know if he's worth it, but why not? 7th rounder. And then we'll look at punters. Artie Abraham with a B accuracy and a great kick power. Some other elites in there. Is not drafted by us? What? 2 years from now, 6th round, they're down. I mean, I'm not going to even feel that probably. It's like, well, we don't have a 6th round. Who cares? What is genuinely happening? Is it my pick now? Jamal Dunn is going to have himself a hell of a tough year playing for all these teams. Give me Abraham. I'm done. Whatever. I'm not done, actually. That's Jamal Dunn. Like, what are we honestly doing? Like, what is going on, dude? Draft recap. It is what it is. I'm expecting Jones to be a high overall. And he is. 79 overall. That's very good, right? That's like, I mean, what can you ask for? He's 21 years old. He's a sick number 3. That's really all there is to it. The DTs were very good. Stewart only 72, but the fact that they're hidden means very good in my opinion. I've been drafting so many normal dev DTs. It's crazy. Can we get really lucky, though? We can! Superstar dev. That is the one reason why I sometimes take a chance. Oh, no, we didn't get hidden dev DT. Oh, yeah. Either way, 82 finesse is really good. That is win. That is a win, especially since he's not going to start right away. We'll find out the devs of these linemen who aren't starting right now whenever it happens. I don't know when that'll be. Chambers, I guess we'll find out now because we'll put him at left tackle for the time being. Maybe even starts this season, but we'll see. As Jake Matthews is still pretty good, but it would be nice to start saving some money now because some of these free agent choices we're making may have bad things in the future. Look at these 2 bums, bro. Let's take a look at Cofield, though, as he is a 69 overall, which isn't terrible. He's okay, but yeah, he does kind of suck. Decker was a 76 overall, though. Let's take a look at my mans here. Looking actually pretty decent. 6'4", not the shortest guy in the world. Not the heaviest either, but let's take a look at the dev. Star dev. Okay, I mean, maybe one of the guys is a superstar. I don't know, but let's take a look at that corner. We did have some edge rushers, but I don't really care that much. Proctor went 2 overall, and he's an 82 overall. 81 man, 76 zone. Press is pretty good. I mean, he's very good, but I don't know if that is generational. He's very fast as well, but let's see. Is he generational? Yeah, he's not. He's star. I kind of felt like that. So we got to kind of steal, right? Nowhere near as fast as Proctor, but in a rebuild sense, that far down, I mean, that's a pretty good pick for us as well. 1 dev away, which debatably, if you were to start him, gets that breakout with the XP, it might be better than star. And Abraham, he's actually a pretty good overall. And he's superstar. They tried to scam me. Look at that 88 speed. We got a generational punter. Season 3. Didn't really have many upgrades from last season, right? Most of the guys are pretty much the same. Decker gets the start over... who the hell even was starting? It wasn't Jones. Well, I guess maybe it was Jones. Well, Decker's getting the start because he's the highest overall at center. It doesn't really matter. Left tackle, Chambers is going to learn a season. Then, Matthews will be gone. Basically, that's, this is the offense. It's not bad by any means, but Drake London, another guy that just has not really developed so far. And it's probably because of the scheme. The receivers that are not number 1 or the tight end really not doing well. Even the tight end's not been that great. But Edge, Hunt, best pass rush on the edge for us last season. So he gets another chance to try and build up his overall, maybe his dev. We got the best cornerback group in the league. Interior D-line, we got some guys that have been around the league that know how to get to the quarterback, that know how to play the game. So this could be a special season for us. I expect at least at the minimum playoffs. So this will be a year where if we're really struggling out the gate, I got to probably put on one of the better playbooks, even though I've been pretty fond of the Falcons playbook. It's just not really working right now for some reason. All right, we're playing really poorly, so I've decided to put on a better play. Oh, he's 31, not 33. Oh, we're set. I didn't even need Jones, but whatever. A good player is a good player. But we're not playing super well. We've got a little bit of a comeback mounting here, but it is still very much so worrisome about our chance of making the playoffs, which once again, this team this season is absolutely at the minimum a playoff team. Will we win a game? I don't know. Should we make the playoffs? Yes. Is Jalen Ramsey going to get a 3-year contract right now? Absolutely. We're about to blow all the money, but we're doing so for the greater good, as we're going to be keeping this team alive as much as possible. Gabe Davis, he hasn't been the best, but either is Drake London, so maybe the scheme change could fix that. 4-year 80 if we can is what I'm going to be aiming for. I think when you're talking about keeping a team alive, building a really good team, losing linemen might be just something you have to do. I genuinely don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I've seen the Falcons sometimes make the playoffs as well and even get close to the Super Bowl, maybe even in the Super Bowl. I can't really remember fully, but what is going on here? I even changed the Chiefs scheme, and we suck. We suck as one of the best, maybe the best team in the league. Like I said, winning the Super Bowl is one thing. Making the playoffs was a given. It should have been a guarantee. Is this going to be a failed rebuild because EA is just the way they are? 83, 86, 85, 85, 88, 84, 84, 85, 86, 83, 85, 85, 86, 87, 84, 81, 87, 83, 84, 90. Yeah, the Chiefs, but they're almost always in the Super Bowl with that 90. 86, 87, 86. The Cowboys are usually really good. 86, 88. We're 89. The Niners just had a Super Bowl. 89, 84, 86. We are a top 3 team, technically top 2 with the tie against the Niners roster in the league. I guarantee the Chiefs didn't miss the playoffs. It would surprise me if the Niners did. Chiefs, 11-6. Niners, 13-4. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? They're like, hey, the Falcons aren't good enough to make the playoffs. We're going to make them lose in sim. This is what our scheme is. I've copied the offense of the Chiefs. The defense, 3-4s are pretty bad in general, but do I just change the scheme to a 4-3? Maybe, I guess. Is that the route we go? I suppose going forward, we don't have 3 really good DTs. So Williams the DT with the other guy, was it Edwards? I don't even remember. The other guy at DT2. Maybe we go 4-3. Let's try 4-3. We'll get a new linebacker. Why not? Beck, the numbers were terrible. Touchdown to pick ratio is great, but the numbers very low. Bijan did steal a lot of the touchdowns, but the yards should be higher than that. Probably a little bit. I guess touchdowns were stolen. Gabe, please get to superstar. Earl out of nowhere, Pitts, and then London, just nothing. 400 yards because the scheme is just so weird for the Chiefs. But looking at the defense, sacks, Williams 8.5, not bad. Hunt, lower, but 7 sacks is still decent. Ellis, still yet to do a single thing. Edwards could go up and dev just simply because of those tackles. Got a couple interceptions on top. Younghoe, 2-year 13, much better season. Abraham, very good kick return, punt return game. We don't care about that stuff, but just another season wasted for no reason. We're once again a top 3 roster. We should be able to use the worst playbooks in the game and make the playoffs, let alone decent ones. Lindstrom, superstar. At least something happens for the positive. Oh my, I'm out of breath here. I'm really not, but it just feels like I've said a lot because I'm kind of annoyed. just a tiny bit. The Commanders versus the Chiefs. The Commanders in the Super Bowl. What overall were they? They surely they weren't. And they win. Okay, dude. I get it. Any given Sunday, any lucky, scenario, but the majority of the time, if you're a bad team, you don't win Super Bowls. Simply put, 86 isn't bad. They got Caleb Williams, but is it 89 overall? I don't think so. I personally don't. But 84 mil, which is a little surprising, honestly, because we did have a lot of signings. Beck is next season, but yeah, we're pretty good. Leonard Williams, Grady Jarrett, didn't really work out. Grady was pretty decent, but it just didn't really work out for us, and they're obviously on the older side, so it would be sick if there was a proven DT here, but I don't know if it's going to matter anyways, because we're probably going to be going to a 4-3. I'm willing to pay whatever I have to. Maybe I even trade our decently high draft pick for a proven edge rusher if there's a chance at it. As at this point, I'm not really sure what else to do. We've developed pretty well through the drafts, and at this point, it almost feels like it's out of my control. I feel like I've done about as well as we can. And as far as free agency goes, the only real guy that could add to us would technically be Marcus Williams, but I think that would just be a complete waste. I guess Landon Dickerson, perhaps, but that's a lot of money to pay for a lineman. Our line is not bad by any means, so even though Landon Dickerson is an improvement, still missing some ratings, and I think he's too expensive. But yeah, I think we look to try and trade for an edge rusher if possible, and move to a 4-3 and just hope it works out. I mean, look at our team. It is not bad by any means, but EA's just not letting us in. Let us in! And the Eagles were kind of indifferent about Sweat. They had him on a tag. So I'm trading him Hunt and a first-round pick for Sweat, who is apparently 88 overall. I thought he was 90, but either way, 88 overall, 90, at 30 years old, superstar. It's good enough. And pick 10, it would be, a little too much of a trade if we gave up any more than that. He is close to 89, but at 30 years old, he's a good pass rusher, but he's not like the best in the league, right? 8th rank at right end, but if you put him at all the other edge positions, 8th by common sense law would tell you somewhere in the 30-ish range, so there's basically technically an edge rusher better than him on every single roster with that kind of like common sense, like whatever degree you want to call it. But either way, we're going to be changing the whole team over to a 4-3 and seeing if that changes anything. And if not, I mean, GG, you win, EA. All right, so we have the 10th pick in the second round. That's actually a lot higher than I was kind of expecting. We do have 2 second-round picks. Obviously, we traded one. Wow, 13 and 10. Okay, I mean, I didn't know which pick was which. We could get a full first-rounder next year. The problem is, I kind of feel like we're ready now, right? Like, am I crazy to think that? I might take this Buccaneers trade because I think it's actually really good. Get a third next year. I still get my late second, which I kind of want people in the 3 to 4 range, as you kind of expected me to be looking at, as that's usually what we do. Maybe a third really far in the future, though. Oh, the Eagles are giving me this year. I'm telling you, dude, the Eagles are the best trading AI team in the game. It's just not even a question. They end up trading for a right end. I don't know if I just helped them, which they're kind of a pretty direct competitor with us. I did not realize I did not have the clock pause. That could have been disastrous. The Bills, once again, another team that are offering us the Buccaneers. I'm going to go Buccaneers. I know it's the division, whatever, but the Buccaneers are a team that isn't always great in Sims, so let's move to 25 and probably start taking some players. Had a couple of tight ends on the list because I was like, I don't know what we need at this point outside of like maybe a linebacker or two. I'm going to just put on a backup tight end, and I have no idea how good or bad they are. I mean, this guy could even be good. I just threw a bunch of names on the list, and maybe I take one. I don't know. Webster looks pretty good. I don't know how I even missed him. Maybe he was like a 1 to 2 and then dropped to 2 to 3, and obviously, I wasn't going to take a 1 to 2. I didn't even know if I was going to take a 2 to 3 tight end, let alone a 1 to 2. So, yeah, he's still there. There's a couple of other tight ends that are fast. I don't really know a whole lot about them, but Russell looks really good as an offensive lineman. We got a couple of linebackers. Is there any, like, guaranteed linebackers? I thought I scouted one of the linebackers further. Oh, it's Thomas. I mean, we have a normal dev linebacker starting right now, so Russell Thomas, and he's hidden. That's all that matters, right? Because they could be the best looking potential player ever, but if they're normal dev, is there even a point into starting them? And before going to go any further, I'm going to make sure we even need another linebacker. We might actually be set. I think we are. Yeah, other than depth, I think we're fine. I don't think we need another linebacker, so that was actually a really clutch, nice pick. And I don't even know, is that Webster guy still there? Oh, I sold. I should have taken Webster first, shouldn't I have? I was about to say, if he was there, I'm going to take him, but he's not there anymore. I want to look at how good he was after, but Russell looks very good, so I'm going to take Garrison Russell, the 22-year-old, and another hidden. We will take it. Strong as well and fast. This is going pretty well. I'm just going to go to the next pick, and if any of our players are there, I'm going to take them. If not, I'm going to kind of load up our draft picks this year for next year. We have built a very complete roster, and there's just no needs right now. I mean, we're pretty much just set. And McLean's still there. I mean, I'm going to take him then. I'm taking Deontay McLean. Not McLean. Fast, strong, hidden dev. I mean, what do you want from me? I wasn't even trying there. I wasn't even trying. And, he was there. I'm like, screw it. I'll take him. Rodriguez, who's 20. I'm going to take him. He's 21. And another hit. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're good. We're fine. Don't need anyone else. Although the other lineman's there, maybe I take him anyways. Oh my god, because linemen are really hard to develop. They take a long time, and these linemen just seem like they're always hidden. And they just are. They just are. That is insane. Once again, it's not how it used to be. It was the last Madden, maybe a year before then. It was a challenge to land hidden dev linemen. Now, I mean, if you draft normal, you've sold. And trust me, I have done that multiple times. You guys have seen it. Maybe you even did it this draft or this rebuild. I can't remember, but you know, it does happen, but it is really rare, so you really just feel like you've sold so hard if you don't get a hidden. We trade 2, 6, and a 7 to get a Bears 4th-round pick next year. I have no idea if the Bears have been playing well. You know, they have Marvin Harrison Jr., so you would think they'd be kind of decent. They got a really sick wide receiver group, so Harrison's the only halfway decent kicker. He probably sucks, though. 93 kick power, 23. He's a 7th-rounder. It is what it is. I really shouldn't even be caring about kickers. We'll just go for a rookie, or not a rookie, a proven kicker every time anyways. We only lose $5 million in available salary cap, which is pretty nice. Nice overalls, too. 76, 75, 74, 71, 71, 68. Thomas, I think, does play right out for us, actually. Not great in coverage. Outside linebackers usually aren't. They're almost always block shed, but a really solid player with a chance at superstar. Let's put him at 44. Why not? Not superstar, sadly. Something tells me the DT, though. I don't know what it is about McLean, but the DT's giving me vibes. Really good finesse. Our DT game is strong. The overalls might be low, but the finesse is high. Like the pass rush ability. And I was wrong. He was not superstar. And the rest are, you know, backup line. We drafted a whole interior line. That's crazy. Let's set up our lineup. And, I mean, surely at this point, playoffs in Season 4. I mean, really? We're one of the best teams. Come on. We trade Russo, the 23-year-old star dev lineman that I just don't need, for a 3rd-round pick from the Chargers. I mean, I just don't need him, right? We've got backups on backups that are star dev. What do I do? We just don't need it. I'm not even joking you. I legitimately think if we do not, at the very minimum, make the playoffs this season, I am ending the rebuild. I am done. EA wins. I'm just going to be honest with you. I know I do 5 seasons minimum, but I can't really do much more, right? Don't get me wrong. Our center, left guard, left tackle, right tackle, the overalls aren't great, but at the same time, we've drafted them well. I don't know what you want me to do there, right? Like, we drafted the positions well, but because we're not making the playoffs, we're not winning that many games, our overalls aren't going up, right? But wide receiver group is top 10 in the league. Tight end is maybe the best. Running back we seen was number 1. Beck was a top 15 rated quarterback. Let's see what he is now. Rank 13. Then defense, obviously. The best duo in the league for a cornerback, without a doubt. Free safety is probably the number 1 at this point. Strong safety's got to be in the top 30. Let's see, free safety. Number 1 ranked. I'm curious to see where Sweat ranks for DNs. Probably like 22. 7 for right end. Okay. So maybe like 22 for all edge rushers combined. 92 mil, I am worried here because, this is the big re-signing day, if you will, and we are a little broke. A little. So Bergeron is 100% gone. The quarterback, even though he hasn't been, like, elite, he's probably got to get the contract, right? Like, we pretty much have no choice. Like, he's a good player. How well has he played this season? I mean, he has been really mid, I can't lie. But, like, he's a good overall. So what do I do? You know, a 5-year 178, that's not the worst I've ever seen. Ellis has been mid too, though. But he's, once again, another player that's super young. Really good ratings. He actually has had a pretty good season as a 4.3, so it may have been the 3.4. I mean, I think at 19 per, you do a 5-year deal. Normally, I'm like Mr. 6-7 year, but 5-year I think makes more sense in this case. Sweat's 30 years old, and we traded a whole ass, first-round pick for him, and he's playing midly, but he has a very good interest with us, so I'd be willing to do a 2-year 47, which he is down for. We're now down to 21 mil, which means we could probably keep Earl. Oh, Earl's actually not asking for much. I think Earl, because of the price, you give him the 7-year, he could even be like a boundary wide receiver at one point. I definitely think you let go of Bergeron, and you might let go of Williams. He's been really bad for us, and we got to lose someone probably. Like, we would be right up against it if we kept him, and then we would lose the safety, which I have a way tougher time of re-signing, or drafting anyways. So, yeah, I think it's time to lose a couple of these guys, including Williams, but we have backups in place, so I'm chilling. I just genuinely, I don't understand here. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand how we are 8-9. Bro, what do you want from me? We are literally running the carbon copy Chiefs schemes. I just don't get it. I just genuinely don't understand how we're so bad. Like, what do I do? Is it just the schedule, maybe? I mean, even then, it's like we are one of the best teams in the league. I even completely forgot to take a look at the stats and awards. Apparently, our quarterback was number 3 on quarterbacks, but sure as hell don't feel like it. Touchdowns, a little low. Yards, really good. Interceptions, kind of low. Bijan was good, but not his normal self. Pitts was amazing. Gabe Davis, pretty good. Earl, pretty good. London, terrible. O-line, left tackle wasn't great, but everyone else is pretty decent, especially the right tackle. Thomas, the rookie, maybe rookie of the year win. Ellis, 8 sacks. It's good, but it's not great. Sweat, we brought him in to be the guy, and he was ass. I just... What does it take to get good ratings? I don't know. I did an overall sim recently, and it kind of felt like, the actual pass rush ratings did kind of matter, but yet they don't. I don't know. MVP from Mahomes, I guess. Anything for us, Rookie of the Year in defense would at least be something. Thank you. I'll take that. At this point, I'll take whatever win we can, as we should at least have a dev up for the brand new linebacker, Thomas. But let's see who wins the Super Bowl between the Eagles and, of course, somehow the Raiders. I mean, do they even have Devontae at this point? Like, if they do, he's probably a lower overall, and I don't know, things can change, I suppose. Let's take a look at that Raiders team. 31-28 over the Eagles. Let's take a look at the Raiders. So you see our lowest overall on the front screen is 92. Theirs is 87. That is insane, bro. Bo Nix is him. I don't know what to tell you. He's him, I guess. Normal dev. He's so bad he can't even get to normal dev. Let's take a look at these stats and awards. Bro. I don't understand. They just won a Super Bowl with a quarterback that was 17 touchdowns for 13 interceptions in the regular season. What are we doing? Look at these receivers. You'd be the worst defense of all time to lose against them. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it and move on. Well, let's take a look at these dev ups if we had any. Maybe Gabe, but probably not. Let's see. Not going to be the case. Beck went up in dev. He's superstar. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's something. Maybe it's like running backs being a 90-plus overall, quarterbacks being a superstar makes them good. I don't know, but he was pretty good last season anyways. I don't think... Oh, Sweat? Did Sweat go up in dev for a garbage season? I mean, we'll take it, but he lost 4 finesse, which is ridiculously unlucky. Of all the ratings that go down by that much, of course it's finesse. Probably made a mistake with him, I guess. Thomas, obviously superstar, would have 100% expected it because he did win Rookie of the Year, obviously, which, I mean, a good draft pick. We're glad to have him. And as far as like the draft goes, maybe I trade another player again, or I trade for another player, maybe like a proven tackle. I don't know how that would work, though, because we are broke. Maybe it's just more future-proofing at like DN/DT. Yeah, maybe we grab a pass rusher. We do have a little bit more money, but once again, I don't really like Williams. Maybe we go for a DT. Because if we have the money to... it sounded like I was French there. If we have the money to re-sign Williams, which we technically do, we could just trade for like a proven guy. Also, safety. I think safety's expensive no matter what, but it probably is still smarter to just wait. Maybe not. We are kind of broke. We're a little broke. Let's go with the 5th-year option. Screw it. I normally don't, but I'm going to do it. And the DT, we're going to let go free agency, as I just don't think the value is there. He's played like crap. Maybe there's a free agent DT, and I don't even need to trade for someone. I'm willing to pay whatever for this DT position. We really need a new DT or something. Oh, I don't know if we have that kind of money, though. Jalen Carter, there's no way he should be there. But at this point, EA has made this rebuild so unrealistic that I am willing to do whatever I can to get this to happen. Change the scheme. I'll relocate the whole team if I have to. I don't care. That is a lot of money, and he's not a guy that wants just like a 1-year deal. Lindstrom's 31, so he can't really do much. This would be a franchise-crippling decision, though, I think. Man, I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to still try because I'm very interested, but I don't see this going out well for us. It is only a 3-year, though, to be fair, so it's not like you're locked in for life, but I just don't think we can afford him. Are we even in the conversation for that? I don't even think so, right? So what does he want? He wants historic champion head coach. Holy crap, we don't got any of that. Do you want Taco Bell? Because we might be able to do that. Maybe. I mean, realistically, that's like the only thing we could really even do or need in free agency. So outside of getting our guy back, which I'm not even really that interested in, I mean, I might just sim it. I kind of want to see Corleone, though, which is like a super cool name. Yeah, 5 sacks. I mean, this guy that we had, though, should have been great, right? 95 finesse, but he just isn't. I bet you Jalen Carter's playing well, though. How did that even happen? But I bet you Jalen Carter's playing well. How much you want to bet? 9 sacks with 84 power move. I mean, okay, sure, I suppose. What do we got? 81 mil. I'm going to try it. If we get him, sweet, which we won't. Damn, that would have been cool, though. Yes, he joins the Raiders. That is so busted. He deserves a good team, but come on. 375 with these Super Bowl winners. I mean, it pays to win. What can I say? I don't know what our draft picks are like. I could still try to trade for a DT, as I don't know whatever we're going to draft here just isn't going to be like day one great, right? I'd be very, very lucky for that to happen. Jalen Carter is the best DT in the league, too. Jonathan Allen, he's an X factor still. I don't think people would, I don't think he would get traded, though. Like, he's definitely looks like a contract where it's like they're not all in on him, but I still think as an X factor he's going to go for too much. But I'm willing to try it. I really am. See where we're at. Doable with a second round pick, though. Okay. I mean, he's not the highest overall anymore, but at the same time, we're only playing one more season, and we could afford this. Like, we can make this work. Like, this isn't even crazy value. Like, yes, he's old, but the value he could bring to us could be championship level. So I'm down. I mean, I'm cool with it. We've got some pretty big names on this team, yet still can't win anything. Like, look at the names we have on this squad now. Like, we have, just for new names, Jalen Ramsey, Gabe Davis, where is he? Josh Sweat, and Jonathan Allen. I mean, those are some huge names, mainly on the defensive side of the ball as well, but we have a first-round draft pick. I still think if there's an edge there, you take him to potentially replace Sweat, as you might have no choice. But I don't hate what we did there. I think that's a good decision. So, linebackers and edge, but edge mainly. All right, we have pick 15. We have a lot of first-round linemen, pass rushers anyways. There wasn't a lot, though. There was like 4. I scouted as many as I could, and James Ruiz is one of them. He's on the slower side, though, which worries me because those slow dudes usually are normal dev, at best star. We have this moron, another slow player, but really good. They worry me, but they do look good, right? And then you have Leach, who's a little bit faster, looks really good. I mean, there's some really good edge rushers, but they're all round 1. They could all go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have pick at 3 of them? Wow, that is crazy, because round 1 literally could be top 5. I've seen round 1 go top 5. I think this moron is who I want, though. So, A pursuit, B awareness, B play rec versus Ruiz, who also is 22. A pursuit, A awareness. So the awareness is definitely better here. I think Ruiz is better. I'm taking him. Thank you. He's hidden. I want to see what the moron's like, but we'll see what he's like after the draft. And once again, at this point, we don't need anything, right? Everything is just luxury. There were some corners there. You know, maybe you're thinking about replacing for Jalen, but depending on what our money looks like when Jalen's gone, we could just use Jones as the starter going forward, right? Linebacker wouldn't hurt. Did we have any corners? We do not. I mean, I always say linebacker wouldn't hurt, though, don't I? So, like, yes, nothing would hurt. Oh, that's speed, though. There's a good chance he's normal. There's a good chance because he's an outside linebacker that he's actually 86 speed instead, but I'm taking him. Nah. Next pick, 25 in the 3rd. We really don't need anything. So, maybe... Oh, that was Buckner, too. Maybe another linebacker if they're there. Okay, we're going to trade down. GG. I really like Jonathan Allen, though, and that edge rusher could be something for the future. So, we future-proofed a little bit. We got better right now. I mean, I think we could do about the max anyone could do in a situation where they're still trying to win now, but you're protecting the future because you're freaking going broke. Dolphins, probably the dumbest team to trade. Why did I do that? There was probably another team in there, and I'm like, Dolphins, yay! We get a 3rd and 4th next for all of this junk. And I don't care if anyone says that it, kind of gets a little unrealistic near the end of the rebuild. It's just, we draft so well that it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to, like, just draft positions I don't need, like, constantly because I need to draft someone? You always got to be drafting someone. Oh, I seen elite. It wasn't the kick power. Damn, son. still needing that kicker position. I mean, we've just been barely holding on with Young Hui, and he's obviously, getting older and older as the seasons go by. Beckham, I mean, these kickers suck, dude. Like, they're all so bad every single season. Haven't looked at punter, because obviously we have a generational one, but no good kickers. Like, they're all terrible. Like, they're all like Adam Vinatieri kick power at the end of his career. Like, what are we doing? And they don't have his accuracy, so it's like, what are we doing? I mean, there we go. Schmidt, I released the last kicker that looked like that. I'm going to do it again, but I'm just hoping. Marv from freaking Home Alone, dude. All right, how much money we have? We actually gained money. Okay, I am not really sure how that works, but sure. 3 draft picks, 72 overall. We may have sold. We'll see. 759 finesse is great. Block shed of 73 is pretty good. Was it right end? I think it's right end that we need to put this guy at. Please be superstar. Please. Okay, we may have sold. Let's find out, though. Obviously, there was never going to be a chance that, unless they got to 15, that I would have taken the first player overall. I think Leach was the best, but once again, there was no way I was going to, trade up to that spot or, in general, be the team that takes the first edge rusher. And he is superstar. Very good. I'm really curious to see about this Moran. Good old Moran. Ooh, he was normal. Okay. Very good power move, though. If we were going to user him, if we were going to start him, I would actually say he probably is better than our guy, but we're not. So the higher the depth... Did I just go right back to him? Oh, my God, I'm an idiot. The higher the dev, the better it is. And then, obviously, no matter how good Cooper is, there was no way I was taking Cooper. Where is Cooper? Wait, where... Did I miss him? I might have missed him. There's Moran. Oh, Cooper went higher, actually. I didn't expect that. Hidden dev, okay. It's 21. But obviously the B is not going to outweigh an A ever. So even if he's an X factor, I don't regret it. And he's only a star. Because it's just like, you can't expect me to be like, I don't know, dude, I'm just feeling it. It's like, I don't know. I think you take the guy that looks better. That's how that usually works. Welcome to, hands down, the final season, no matter how you want to look at it. This is the team. Do I maybe run Dallas's playbooks? I don't know. Dallas didn't win a Super Bowl in this rebuild yet, so I don't know if that's really going to happen anyways, but we've got some pretty good overalls here, and I just don't see how this isn't a playoff team. This is our highest overall starting yet. It's got to be a playoff team. Just has to be. All right, I do have to say, we are killing it. How much money do we have, though? Right tackle is going to be gone. I mean, left out was gone no matter what. Lindstrom's probably going to be gone. Wow, we are really against it. So we lose Allen. Damn, we broke, though. We are so broke. Teague, I would like to keep, for sure. Once again, this is the final season anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But we're keeping Teague. 18 million left now. Higgins, not that bad of a price, but he's gone. Edwards was always going to be gone at that price. Lindstrom, I really don't want to lose, but I think we have no choice. Jones, you got to let go. Allen, you let it go. Algier, obviously, you let go. And I'm just making sure that the Jones corner that we have that's young is not gone. There he is with the 5th-year option. So 18 million, you maybe find a way to keep Lindstrom, which if that's the case, I think I can live with those losses, right? And here we are, simming to the end of the season here. It was a pretty good start to the season, and I decided to sim it all the way to surprise myself. And at 12-5, did that say Beck had 2,500 yards? I'm so confused. Really good start, kind of iffy finish, but did that say 2,500 yards? Am I losing my vision? I swear that said 2,500 yards. Bijan apparently killed it, though. Let's take a look at these numbers. Carson Beck, maybe an MVP. He's at least an X Factor. Robinson was great. Davis finally gets to superstar. Pitts, pretty good. Earl, pretty good. Drake London, once again, I think it's just the scheme killing him. O-line, left tackle was terrible. Right tackle wasn't much better. Left guard was pretty iffy. Is Jones actually starting? Oh, yeah, we got rid of Bergeron. Looking at edge, Sweat was pretty good for once. Allen was pretty good at the DT spot. Ellis was decent. Stewart was really good. Interceptions, okay. Young Hui, not bad. 50 yards per punt on the nose, which is really just not common to hit right on the nose. Yards look great with number 1. Not MVP. Number 2, actually. Lack of touchdowns, I guess. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Bijan. Rookie of the Year, no. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no. Best quarterback, though, for the NFC. Best running back for the NFC. Best wide receiver for the NFC. Best D-line not on the list. Linebacker not on the list. DB not on the list. Kicker not on the list. But We had the best big three on offense. Playing against the Eagles. Did we play? I swear we had one playoff season. Didn't we? Did we? I actually can't remember. But Bird Battle. Could it be the first loss at the first game if this is our first playoff game? It's been such a long rebuild over 2 different days. I started this before the Bears beat the Falcons, and I'm finishing this well after. And it's not like a shot at Falcons fans. You guys kind of probably should be happy, right? You need a new quarterback for sure. Atlanta they need a QB, simply put. 17-21. Oh my God, this is not good. As we are winning now by 3, losing by 4, winning by 3, losing by 4, winning by 2. And with 2 minutes left, the offense has to clutch it. I mean, the clock is going away. There is time, but they got to stop running the ball. I mean, I think the team could probably get this better than I can. But do I believe they're going to save the clock? Probably not. Earl, maybe? Maybe a quick throw to Earl? That's a tough one. Dot! First down, touchdown. Perfect throw into Gabe Davis. And with an insanely high-scoring game, we may have won. We do not get the 2-point conversion, so if they got a field goal range, which they can't, they would win the game. But we win the game by 1. Carson Beck was perfect. Swift had a lot of touchdowns, but wasn't great. The run game in general for both teams wasn't great. Gabe Davis cooked. He cooked. Drake London was pretty good. A.J. Brown was great for them. I mean, this was a super offensive battle. Would be a fun one to watch. And Evan McPherson, of all players, misses a kick, which obviously, I don't know how far it was, would have won them the game in theory. That is kind of insane. Because at the same time, right, like, if you're playing in this situation, if you're us, right, yes, we didn't get the 2-point conversion, but if I'm a coach, do I risk a throw? Probably not, right? If I'm going for the 2-point conversion, I'm probably going with my safest play that I think can work. Because at the same time, yes, I would love to get a 3-point lead, but is it that big of a need with that little bit of time? Probably not, right? So at the end of the day, I would be very safe with it. So if we had to get the 2-point to win or tie the game, you know, it's a completely different situation. Another bird battle going against Seattle here. And we did at least win a wild card game in this rebuild. As we give up 3, we get 3. Make a stop, we get the ball, and we get, I don't know, it's 6-3. What do you want from me? As it's a very low-scoring game so far. Up by 3 still. Touchdown there is huge. Up 10. They get a touchdown, so it's a field goal game. Now we're back up by 10, and that will be the game. A lower-scoring game, completely polar opposite of the last one, as Beck was good enough. Bijan was good enough. Kenneth killed it with that huge rushing touchdown. And we're headed to the championship round, it seems, which is pretty sweet as, I mean, I don't even know if we were going to make the playoffs in this rebuild, let alone have a chance at a Super Bowl. To the championship round, just got to win 1 more, and you're in the Super Bowl going up against the Packers, up 6 overalls on them. They look like they have a pretty bad offense, but we'll see what happens, as our offense hasn't been great, and our defense has allowed everything. I mean, the first game was pretty good, in fairness, but that last game, I mean, we should have definitely been better, right? When I think of Seattle, I think of a team that's defense is not really filled with the most youthful best players. So I can't imagine they had that great of a defense, yet we struggled. 14-0 and huge touchdown before half for them. We're up by 14. One more score would do it for us. Not going to happen as Green Bay's climbing back in. It's anyone's game. That's a really good score. They do get the touchdown, though. Only a field goal lead. 1 first down could do it, and we're headed to the bowl. All right. I mean, we ran this playbook set last year, too, so it's not like, oh, he's using the Chiefs, that's why. I ran it last year, and it just did nothing for us. And the year before that, I switched to the Chiefs playbook. I mean, we've been running the Chiefs offense, at least, for a while. We ran that 4-3 last season, so it's not like it's brand new. I'm not really sure what it is. Like I said, maybe it's the quarterback being a superstar now, or I'm not sure. But maybe the DT, maybe Jonathan Allen's killing it, but defense hasn't been great either. Either way, the Super Bowl, win or lose, it ends up becoming a successful rebuild. And Jalen Carter, the player we wanted, is going to be going up against us. We were pissed we lost him, but at the same time, it absolutely saved us, right? Because we would not have been able to afford anything going forward. Carson Beck, what a dude. What a dude. He's an X Factor. He was a bit slow to get here, but he's finally here, right? He's finally here. Then we look at Gabe Davis real quick, who has superstar and is really balanced. I mean, usually you don't get released for these receivers. His short route's not great, and you kind of want him as that medium to short or short to medium route guy, but still really good. No matter what. And then a bunch of dev ups for the defense. Thomas went up to superstar because he won rookie of the. Wait, no, he was superstar last year. That was last year. He won rookie of the year. I think Edwards did go up this year though, if I'm not mistaken. Edwards, who is now a superstar. Not that it matters. We were never paying the contract that he wants. Nearly $20 million per is crazy. Yes, the team would look different. Oh, Jones went up in dev, did he? What did he do? Bunch of picks, maybe? I mean, we're set if Jalen decides to retire on us. So, yeah, I mean, the team's in a good spot. We're in the Super Bowl. The Raiders have Jalen Carter, and they've already won a Super Bowl just last season. Do we win the game, or do we fall to the Super Bowl dynasty Vegas Raiders? End of the game, the Raiders up 7. That's a really nice drive. 7-7. Still 7-7. Still 7-7. Still 7-7. 14-7, 14-14. Fourth quarter. This is not a situation we've been in. Normally we're in control in the fourth quarter. We get a touchdown on a big potential penalty, was that? They're running this clock out really well. The Raiders might walk away with this one. They have done some juice. 107 with a timeout. Can we get this team in field goal range? We got one timeout. This is doable. It is doable. I think you go Pitts. That's not even Pitts. That's Gabe Davis. Pretty big play, though. What do we want to do? Let's go crossfield this time. Drake London, maybe? Please. Oh, I'm a bot. I can't believe the lack of throw power. Did I touch past that? I threw that I felt really early, no? Let's see. So if I'm going to throw this, it needs to be right here. I throw a second later. Maybe I have Gabe Davis again because he's so back there. Maybe even Pitts. I still believed in it, and the safety just jumps it. I'm a bot. What can I tell you? I'm just a bot. No Super Bowl for us because I am what they call me, and what they call me is a bot. Do not want to see the Raiders win back-to-back. The dynasty is real. I mean, obviously, if I didn't come in, the team would have ran out of time, unless it was like a one-play touchdown. That's the only chance. But that still hurts. I mean, the defense, the D-line, that was different. To be fair, Jalen Carter, Max Crosby, and Tyree Wilson, who apparently developed in this rebuild, that is a tough group to beat. And I think their overalls were enough to make this team not score enough. That was about it. But a Super Bowl trip is not bad. I mean, obviously I'm a seller, but, you know, I thought I saw what I saw. I'm not used to a bunch of different quarterbacks. I'm used to, C.J. Stroud, who throws the ball like a laser beam. Even in our Bears franchise, Justin Fields has 97 throw power, and then if he has Gambit on, he's like, laser beam. But obviously, this is how it went for us. Unfortunately, we fell to the Super Bowl champion, the back-to-back Super Bowl champion, Las Vegas Raiders. Let's take a look at the lineup. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Gabe Davis, we already looked at. Bijan, I'm actually really curious to see how good Bijan is. Bijan Robinson. Damn, he is good. That is one hell of a player. That is probably the best running back I've seen this Madden, right? Like, I've not seen someone developed as well as him. Speed is crazy. The juke, the truck. Drake London sucks. His route running's terrible. Of course, he kind of got screwed by the scheme, so he wasn't really putting up numbers. But even then, he's an 89 overall. That's not very good. His route running's terrible. Speed doesn't seem to have gone up, but what a beast, dude. Insane route running, crazy fast, great route release. He's just insane. Wait, was release on there? Well, I'm talking on my ass, but I imagine it's great release. Thought I saw release on there, but maybe I didn't. O-line, we'll look at Lindstrom because he's a real-life guy, but we actually did all right on the O-line in the end. Pass block finesse isn't the best, but yeah, Lindstrom's a beast. If we could keep him, I would. Might even take a quick gander to see if we'd be screwed or not. Edwards probably doesn't matter because he's going to be gone anyways, but let's take a look at his overall. Great block shed. Zone coverage kind of sucks, but obviously he's athletic. Then we look at Teague, who we actually did pay a 5-year $60 for, which is not bad value. Very good block shed. Man coverage and all that's a little iffy, though. Then we look at the new man, Thomas, who just shot up, dude. Look at him. Maybe he did shoot up. Maybe that's why he's so good. Maybe he's on the needle. I don't know. But Jesse Bates, the 97 overall. He is very good zone coverage, decent man coverage. Speed's lacking a little bit. I don't know what he starts with. Feel like 89, 90 is probably his range. Ellis, Kevin Ellis, the star development trait, 86 zone, very good speed, strong safety. And then A.J. Terrell. I don't look at Jalen Ramsey because he's higher than that when he starts anyways. But A.J. Terrell, man coverage isn't great, but zone's amazing. Press is pretty good. Press zone is a little weird, though, so you kind of feel like maybe... did Sweat get his overalls back a little bit? But maybe, not the best. But 90 finesse move. What else do we have? Stewart. Don't need to look at Allen because obviously he's a guy that we got. Wow, Stewart really didn't develop. I mean, I figured he would be stuck like that, but that's why you go power move. If you want your block shed up, just get your power move up first because you'll get some on the way. Ellis, really good finesse, but just didn't really develop well. And then, of course, I can't go without looking at Abraham and Young Hui. Abraham, pretty good. And then Young Hui Koo. What did I used to call him? Young Ho. Did I actually call him Young Ho? God damn, dude. Kind of funny, though. Kind of funny. Let's move on to the renegotiations, or the negotiations. See if we would have been able to afford anyone, and then call it a rebuild. I mean, it's still a success. Losing the Super Bowl is still... I mean, getting to the Super Bowl is great. And it does appear that we would have had enough for Lindstrom, but that would be a still big debate for me. All right, Higgins would probably be gone. Edwards would definitely be gone, and then you'd pretty much have to keep Lindstrom, right? So you would just do one of these. Not interested in signing. Might even save money doing the tag, though. Like, there's not many players that are as good as him. With that tag, though, you'd potentially be able to keep Jones, but I probably would just, let this happen and just save the money for the other Jones next season, the cornerback Johnny Jones. You would need to replace linebacker and tackle, but we have most of that already on the roster, so we'd be in an okay spot. But anyways, we are done with this one. If you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really do appreciate your continued support on the channel. If you have any suggestions for a challenge rebuild, any rebuild at all, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe a realistic rebuild. I have a couple of teams. I have them all written down, but maybe one of them even slipped my mind. I don't know. But that's about that. If you're not, like I said, if you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me at Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. Should have had a Spider-Man 2 episode yesterday as well as Friday, so getting a little bit more into that, into that channel. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!